Today we're gonna watch a video I came across. It looks interesting. I don't really play Minecraft much, or at all, really. I used to, but we're gonna be watching Wifies searching for a world that doesn't exist. And yeah, see how that goes.
Whatever you do at
There
the
we go.
crossroads, don't turn left.
I'm going to,
This
maybe 1 second, before we get into this, make myself a little bit smaller. And move me. There we go. Not in the way.
is the first
All right.
line in a book that Avery claims
I haven't
he
seen
did
it,
not write.
but
2 weeks ago, a YouTube
I've seen
channel
a
called
similar
Avery the
one.
Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that supposedly he never built. Inside the mine is a chest that Avery did not place, and inside the chest is a book that Avery did not write. Inside the book,
How does that work? Can someone get access to your world? I feel like I missed something.
whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. This is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not write. 2 weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that supposedly he never built. Inside.
Then I ask again, can people access your world? Or would it have been on like an open server kind of thing?
The mine is a chest that Avery did not place, and inside the chest is a book that Avery did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
Hey, Lulu.
Don't be fooled, it's listening. You can't outsmart it, it's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't.
I don't know about y'all, but anything that tells me not to turn left, I'm like automatically, what's the word? I feel obligated to go left. And going pretty good. I'm just hoping my YouTube stays working through this.
Don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. Over and over, followed by a sequence of numbers. And that's it. It seems impossible.
Are the numbers a cipher? That's how stuff like this usually goes.
That a whole mine just appears in your world without your knowledge, but Avery explains in the description of the video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So in that case, what is this book? The contents are strange and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling, but the numbers at the end are clearly some sort of
The ramblings of a madman. That was one of my favorite quests in Skyrim. He's get approached by some crazy guy, and he gives you a letter. Well, he doesn't give it to you. It's on his body after you kill him, but he tells you a bunch of weird stuff, and then he thinks you think he's crazy and attacks you, and then you kill him, then take his letter.
Code, so maybe we can solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so it isn't coordinates. And in fact, there's not a single cipher that comes up as a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher it.
About ciphers. It seems like an interesting thing to learn about.
So, is that it? A strange one-off YouTube video and a dead end? Not quite, because for 2 frames at the very end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this time there is a
Interesting.
code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string. A string that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link, that when you enter, takes you to a folder. And this is where
People who figure stuff like this out are just wild. Like, it blows my mind.
the true
What does he
mystery
say?
begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world
That sounds wild.
that doesn't exist. Opening the video named Footage 1, we can see a player in the exact same spot Avery
I never really, played RuneScape. I actually tried recently, but I couldn't get it to work. I might try again.
was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless,
Yeah.
Avery lines up with the other
I'd keep
strip
it.
mine and begins to start a new one into the wall, but when he does, he finds this.
Ain't no way. Oh, it's just a cave.
Nothing
Okay.
weird, it's just a cave, and
Yeah.
Avery walks in to begin exploring until he stops and sees this.
It made it sound like it was gonna be way worse than it was.
It's hard to make out, but as he walks closer, we can see what it is: moss and grass. This is immediately a red
grow
flag
here,
because
right?
this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either. And when he runs back to grab his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again,
Yeah, the only place I remember when I did play that I saw stuff like that was, in, like, the canyons, but there was still, like, openings that had sunlight going down into the caverns. So it made sense that there'd be moss and grass and stuff.
not natural, but not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave does he see it. A tree. Avery approaches the clump
Interesting.
of greenery, and there it is. A tree unlike any other oak tree in the entire game. Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word. And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree.
Uh,
And he does, with
As
no
he do.
problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground. And it's not the
Yeah.
only one. As Avery goes deeper and
Especially on, well, it looks like grass. I thought it was moss
deeper
for a
into
second.
the cave, he passes larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more
Interesting.
shrubs and even more trees, and even more moss.
See, if I came across this, I'd immediately think somebody was just, fucking with me. Or, like, built it for someone to find, when they bought the laptop.
He pauses to talk at one point, but instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird, we've only seen stone. And I guess he's right, the walls of this
Yeah.
cave don't have any diorite,
I don't know
granite,
much
andesite,
about
or
that.
ores, but come on, there's a bigger elephant in the room here. At some point though, Avery's wish gets granted, and the cave turns into terracotta, tuff, and deep slate. The greenery gets larger and larger, with the trees growing
Weird.
bigger and bigger. Until finally, Avery reaches the end.
Oh. Whoa. Let it go a little further. That's crazy. How long do you think it takes to build, something like this? Look at all the intricate little designs. This had to take, like, days, at least, if not weeks. That's a while.
Avery stops for several long seconds, just taking everything in. The room
Right?
is a giant cave of green, with strange, unnaturally large trees
Yeah,
forming a
no,
staircase
someone
on the
built
back
that.
wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange trees we saw earlier. Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to
Smart.
take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom. He looks
I was so bad at not falling to my death when I played Minecraft. I didn't know about all the tricks I know about now, which is the annoying part. Back when I played, I knew nothing about Minecraft, and now that I don't play, all I see is YouTube shorts popping up with tips and stuff. Yeah, probably, Lulu. It's just crazy. It's like you get a mine out and place like all this. Well, probably not place it. Looks like you just dug it out. But yeah, the intricacy took a lot of planning. And that always was that's wild.
around in awe
People
as
dedicate like the crazy amount of time to stuff in this game. It just kind of blows my mind. The most complicated thing I ever built was a big ass replica of Meowing Cat. If you remember what that was.
he explores the chamber, and from closer up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree
That only
gates.
took a few
Avery
hours.
searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build, and we can see that these gates are made of trees stacked on trees stacked on trees, made of spruce, mud, and oak. But the question here is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain obviously doesn't generate naturally, so who made it and how does it just appear
looks
in Avery's
wild.
world? Well, if there's any answer to that
I wonder how many does it when he gets closer, it doesn't look like he just dug it out. He placed a lot of this. I wonder what all different materials were used. Does those look like actual carved stone of some sort? That's wild.
question, it's
So
through
much
this
detail.
tunnel, because finally Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel at the center of the room. Avery walks through the mud brick tunnel,
I would never start walking down a tunnel that looked like this. Just asking for a bad time.
turning to glance behind him every few steps. But of course,
Yeah.
nothing is there. The world is set to single
Yeah.
player. At least, it seems that way. Until this happens. Something
is
is
it?
wrong. It's almost impossible to notice, but at the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches have suddenly been wiped out. Avery stares for a few seconds and continues
Yeah, after that, I'm immediately walking back out of the cave.
walking. Another
Ain't
pair
no
of
way.
torches is gone. I'm not scared of torches turning off.
Why would you fucking taunt it?
And then another.
You're gonna
I
die.
don't know what kind of practical joke this is. But I already heard you in the...
Yep. Get the fuck out of there. Why would you go deeper into the cave? Like, I turn around, I just run right back out before you go too far. No survival instinct whatsoever.
I'm not scared of a game.
You might wanna be. Oh, hell no. This sent a chill up my spine. Right? This is neat.
I don't know why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared,
Yes, you
but I
were.
felt compelled.
By
I've never
fear?
felt like that in my life. What is going on here? Things just went from strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds.
Yeah?
This doesn't just happen on a normal world, but Avery did say he found this world on a
Yeah, no, at this point, I'm not gonna be surprised by anything. Like, there's probably a script running or something. He did something weird to the world before he sent the laptop on to someone else.
computer he got from a storage locker. So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's just some strange adventure horror map. Case closed. Except
Yeah.
it's not, because the video files aren't the only thing in this Google Drive folder. If you remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this. My exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This
Interesting.
is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure. This seems
People do
okay
weird
enough,
stuff.
but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker.
Although, if I were gonna sell my laptop, I wouldn't go in and wipe out my Minecraft. Seems like a trivial detail.
With Minecraft installed. Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, it's a pretty small difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name is
I didn't even notice that those two little details conflicted.
now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous videos, but now he's both hidden his name and changed his skin, almost like he's hiding from something. But there's still a lot more
Or it's somebody else.
of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching, as Avery runs from whatever it is that's hiding in this world. Avery says he has to keep moving, even if he
That
doesn't
music.
exactly know why, and the only way to go is down. Avery takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation, he burrows himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel.
Smart.
He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower, with no end in sight.
Crazy.
Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just enough space at the top to get a bit of air.
I can see how people with thalassophobia have thalassophobia. I'm not afraid of the ocean, but is thalassophobia like actually the fear of the ocean itself, or just a fear that you can't see what's in the ocean below the surface?
When Avery
not
descends
sure
again,
the
we can see
distinction.
tunnel openings sprawling across the walls. Avery scans around. There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels upon
I definitely get it, especially if you see shit like that. There's no idea where it goes, what could come out of there.
tunnels as far as the eye can see. And then he hears it.
Oh, hell no.
The same sound as when the whispers played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again.
That's creepy.
Quieter, but still there, as if they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out.
Be
But
getting the hell
now
out of
what?
there.
He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel and hope it's correct.
Yeah.
He scans the walls again. No
How
obvious
many
sign
choices?
of which one to pick.
That's wild.
So finally, He rolls the dice. The tunnel leads to another junction, and again, after a slight hesitation, Avery goes left.
Didn't it say not to go left? I don't know if this is the crossroads, but I would treat every crossroad or fork in the road as that note.
Tunnel continues, getting narrower
That's cheap.
and narrower
Hmm.
and narrower. Until finally,
Interesting. The hell is that? Oh, he's back in the room.
he finds himself in the oasis.
Or just a different room.
Avery looks around the room, strangely almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same
crazy.
uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing
Yeah,
but trees
this is a
as
different
far as
room.
the eye can see.
That means he built 2 of these massive ass cavern. What's the one that he fell down into? This need to take months to put together. That's
For a
wild.
moment, he pauses before something snaps, and he crafts a boat to get to the center of the lake. Without hesitation, he dives down
Go
into the
exploring.
tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure,
no.
plugging it
What's
even
he doing?
further. If this thing comes through here again, it has to break that, but I need to explore. He sails back to the edge of the lake. What it can't avoid doing is loading the chunk. Avery chops a
Really?
few trees and crafts a hopper with the spare iron in his inventory. His plan is simple: set a trap for the thing following him. But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him?
Right.
Sure, those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard
I
those
missed it.
noises before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery
Alright.
said this? I already heard you in the cave. Well, it took me a second to figure out
Interesting.
what exactly he meant, but then I heard this. It's almost impossible to make out, but on a few separate instances, while Avery was walking in that original cave, he would randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused, for just a brief moment, you could hear footsteps on the stone behind him, stopping
Interesting.
just a fraction of a second too late to be quiet. But okay, if something is somehow really following
That's
Avery in a
creepy.
single-player world, how can he stop it, or at least get it to reveal itself? Well, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Like he said, he needs time to look around and explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away and unloads the chunk, the only way for the hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was gone.
That's
And then, whatever was following him would be exposed. The trap
this kind of shit hurts my brain, dude. I'm not built for that level of thinking. I don't do
is
puzzles.
set. Now
Not many puzzles.
it's time to explore.
No. You work. Thank you. Alright. Scared me for a second. Like
Avery
we're
walks
almost
through
halfway
the trees,
through.
avoiding the lake so as to not load the chunk. Every inch of this place looks exactly the same.
This is
the
crazy.
same gray floor, the same strange trees. Everywhere he looks, there's nothing. Until, just in the corner of the screen, There's a sign, but it's hard
Oh.
to spot, and Avery doesn't seem to see it, and he
I would've
keeps
missed it.
walking. Then he pauses. Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen
What?
so far. What? Where?
Right?
Third sign? I've only seen this one, but it turns out he's right. Going back and re-watching the footage,
Where?
just barely hidden in the
Oh.
corners of the screen are two other
I'd have still
signs
missed it.
Avery crossed earlier in the recording, though he gave
Damn.
no indication at the time that he noticed.
I'd go up and read it. I want to know what it says. It might be a warning or something. Or would that mess up his old trap he got going on?
them. Avery goes back to all three signs. All of them are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be
Right?
satisfied,
Oh,
and he
never mind
explains
then.
why. These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones
Oh.
point in the same direction. And he's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with
So,
the location and
go to the
rotation
center?
of the signs, you get this. So he's right, all of them point
Oh,
a
not the
certain
center,
way, and if you
but-
trace out their intersection, it
Huh.
hits one specific point. He
Weird.
also pulls off this brilliant move, which you rarely see from these protagonists, by turning the difficulty to peaceful because he ran out of
Smart.
food. Absolutely genius. But with that said, he returns to the lake to check on his contraption. And nothing showed up. Items are still flowing out of the hopper, which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery
Huh.
tells us exactly this. Nothing came through. Not to mention, the blocks are
Interesting.
still in the same position Avery placed them to plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was following him, Avery sails back, presumably to find the intersection points of the signs. But before
Crazy.
he does that, he opens up chat and says this. Something is here. What?
How do
How?
you know?
Why is Avery saying that? Why isn't he sending it in chat? What did he see? I don't know if it can hear me,
Huh.
but I'm not taking
Oh.
any chances.
So he typed in chat to fake it out, like he didn't know anyone was there, but he did notice it. How did he notice? What happened?
The grass block. When Avery left the chunk, he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set two. Without mentioning anything to us, he placed a grass block next to a block of dirt. In
Okay.
Minecraft, grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other
There's
than
something
Avery
big
loaded
come
this
through
chunk.
and
I'm
load
not
the chunk.
scared, but my gut says to keep moving.
That's wild. Right on. Thank you for coming by.
Maybe I am scared.
I'm not scared. Like, it's all just a video game. It is a bit creepy, though. Be wondering how the hell it's happening. Why did that part look different? Weird.
The other sign was pointed head on.
I failed you so many times.
Weird.
I committed
Maybe marking trees.
so many crimes, and I was
That's what I'd do.
pretty sure
Some kind of
myself.
directional marker.
You gave me reasons to be somebody else.
It sounds good. I've never heard this song before, but I like it.
I thought that I could run away.
Avery walks through a tunnel. A tunnel
Didn't
which
you
quickly
learn
turns
about these
into a
tunnels?
maze.
More to say, more to say.
And slowly but surely, dead end after dead end.
The discipline it has to take to build shit like this. I'd get
Avery
bored like
navigates
halfway through.
To be somebody else, it's alright. Baby, here I am. I was lost. Now I'm found.
I like the design.
It's alright. Baby,
wonder if this labyrinth even actually has an exit, or if he just wasting all his time in here.
Avery is clearly smart.
I'll have to check it
Smart
out.
enough to set a trap, and
The
smart
thumb.
enough to set a backup. But whatever this thing is that's following him, it's smart too. Smart enough to block up the tunnel it entered from. Smart enough to refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence. This world seems to be guiding Avery somewhere. The whispers in this tunnel coercing him to enter the cave. The signs point.
No. No, 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 no. That was him being dumb. To any human with a survival instinct, you head back out of the cave. You don't go further in.
Pointing to the secret entrance under the tree. Whatever this world is, it's leading Avery. But to what? We don't know. All we do know is that he isn't alone. And finally, Avery exits the maze into another
Hey,
giant
he made
room
it.
with what looks like a cipher
hell?
above a door, with 3 levers right in front
That's
of it.
cool.
Avery stares up at it, says he'll need a pen and paper, and
Jeez.
blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage ends with him
The letters help you get a sense of scale. It looks like they're like 1 or 2 blocks wide each. Which is crazy. It looks like 2, because almost like a rectangle right there. So, yeah, that's massive. That's just,
staring
Damn.
up at the code, deep in thought. From what I can see, the code
would be
atop
where
the
I got
doorway
stuck.
looks something like
actually, I probably got stuck at the beginning. I'm terrible at, foods.
this. It doesn't immediately remind me of anything, and plugging it into a cipher decoder gives me no ideas either. Running each of the candidate ciphers just gives gibberish every single time. Whatever this code is, there's unfortunately no way that I, or Avery, can
Right.
solve it. The second half of the footage picks up with 17 minutes of just staring at the wall. And then
Yeah. Got it.
he gets it.
Okay.
Okay, I guess it was solvable. Avery
Oh,
says
huh?
it's a good poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a
Oh.
technique where 2 ciphers are layered one on top of the other to make a code almost undecipherable. How Avery actually solved it with a pen and paper is beyond me, but the
Too smart
puzzle
for his own
isn't
good.
over yet. There's still this gate, which Avery suspects is some sort of combination lock, but instead of a pen
Interesting.
and paper, his solution this time is a bit more, how do I put this? Efficient.
Just go through it. What are you? There you go.
And with that,
Slot.
he's... Wait. Who's Durlord 3? For the first time in
Durlord.
this footage, Avery's sensor bar lingers for
Oh.
just a second too short, and we get a
Interesting.
glimpse of the name. This isn't Avery's name. This isn't Avery's skin. Maybe the reason that we got
So
two
it is
different
someone
stories
else.
about where this world came from is because the player we've been watching this
So then which one is the original? Then which one is Durlord the original? If Avery is the one playing now. And, none of it. This confuses me.
entire time isn't Avery
It's
at all.
interesting.
But if that's the case, then who is this? The world at the beginning is clearly the same one that Avery was playing on. So what's going on here? If it is Avery on an alt account, why
Oh,
the
the mail.
conflicting stories in the description and the document? And if it's not Avery, then who is this other person, and why are they claiming that this is their world they found? I genuinely
Interesting.
just don't know, but the only way to find out is to keep
Is there a
watching
third
as
person?
Durlord walks through the tunnel after the puzzle and finds himself in the village.
That would creep me right out. It's like something right out of a horror game. piled. Even abandoned. Interesting. It's a nice fountain. Oh, I thought it froze. Wonder what he's looking for here. Ah. Huh. Yeah, this would just be creeping me out. Smart. Get a better view. What's that circle over there? Oh, it's not circle. That's just the way he built it. Okay. Interesting. It's pretty intricately built little house. Huh. I always thought that was crazy. Like the people that build stuff that from far away it looks like something, but when you get up close you can't tell what it is at all. Also those little paintings that they make out of little weird squares and swirls that end up being something you can see from further away. It's wild. Art blows my mind. Looks like it's all... Wonder if there's something under here. Yeah. That may not have been a good idea.
It's empty.
Dig under some more.
This village is strange.
Might be a false
it's
floor.
clearly abandoned if the cobwebs and literal holes in the roof didn't make that obvious, and all the chests and containers have nothing inside of them. There's also an interesting amount of yellow in the carpets, beds, and flooring, but wherever Durlord looks, he can't find anything of interest. No lead on where to go or what to do from here. The fountain and statue in the town center is by far the most eye-catching decoration here, but like we can see, it too is empty.
No, you
There's
gotta
no path.
dig further down. Like, that always drives me crazy. Always go as deep as you can. Because, like, if this was hidden, what makes you think it's not hiding more?
To take
or
from
at least
there.
poke through one of the walls.
So, is this the final area then? The final answer to what's been going on with this world and what's been following him? I'm not sure, and clearly Durlord isn't either, since he keeps looking around for anything out of the ordinary. Anything that might give him a clue of where to look next.
It's a big village. But the music changed. Is that it? What is it? Ah. Some kind of building. Alright. Interesting. But that's broken. There you go. It's a church. Interesting. Wonder what's in it. I love this soundtrack that he's got going. What are we trying to find? Uh, mm, okay. There you go. So you'll dig through this, but you wouldn't dig through the floor in the center of the fountain. People, sometimes they seem really smart, then sometimes they just make me question life. Yeah, smart. Alright. Now what? A skull. I bet there's something behind one of these bookshelves. Don't leave. Break some walls. Yeah, that looks weird.
I hate it here. These idiots are insufferable. They think that devotion will save them. Rest assured, it will not. Not that it will do them any good
So
to
it was like a
believe them
real,
anyway. The ones
religious
who
cult.
realized it pretend they didn't. But it doesn't help that there are some of them who truly believe they'll be saved. The king is coming, Maya. If anything, I wager that their king is already here. It's watching me write this. I don't particularly care.
Wonder what's
I just
censored.
want this to be done with. The sooner I can leave, the better. He's arrived. I don't know why anyone is surprised to find that out. This is exactly what they were hoping for.
Huh.
I'm going. I'm leaving this here in the rare case someone finds it.
That's
If you have
moving.
found this, I implore you, turn back, disconnect, forget about this world. It's not for you. If you've come here, you must be curious. I know you must want to continue onwards. So I know that this is a heavy ask, but please, do not go any further. For your own good, do not.
It's crazy. I wouldn't listen now. I'd be like, I gotta figure this out at this point. Oh, it was the curtain. Okay. I thought there was an arm, like, swinging next to him. I was about to be like, break it. There you go. Yeah. I'd be good at this. At least, finding the hidden stuff. Go through. Uh, True. Also true. I tell people that all the time. There's a difference between being smart enough to figure shit out and, you know, not, not so much intelligence and, wisdom that I say. I say, intelligence and knowledge. Because, being able to figure shit out and learn shit is entirely different from just knowing a bunch of shit. Both useful, but entirely different. I'm like waiting for a jump scare because someone would come out and try to kill him. Ah, it looks fuzzy. That's creepy. Why does it look more lit up to the right? Weird. You're gonna go toward the darkness. Okay. Eh, I get the difference between book smart and street smart. My brother was more street smart than I am. He could about figure out any kind of social situation he got into. But I was always more book smart. Not as good with people. This is weird. Is it like obsidian? Or is it just missing textures? It's just gone. That's weird. I wouldn't keep going that way. Even I die. Sitting there to chill up my spine. Yeah, there's the noise. What are you doing? Yeah, weird. Can you walk on it? Huh. Alright. Yeah, this is creepy. Yeah. I didn't so much learn how to be super street smart as much as I just did to be leery of people. I'm more like defensive. I always expect trouble. Which I guess is a type of being street smart. Just stay away from people. But yeah, also learned through experience. That's creepy. I think I hear something moving off to his left. Yeah, it's like a noise to the left. Oh, hell no. Everything comes up with this. This is wild. Don't do it. You kinda get got. What the hell? What's in there? Okay. Huh. That was weird. Now you're lost. Nope, there it is. Alright. Huh. That was weird. What was the point? Like he's just leaving. What, did he find the truth? They can't handle it?
There's no escaping.
Wait. This is where we started, right? With Avery? Yeah. Holy shit.
Whatever you do at the crossroads,
Yeah.
don't turn left. Don't be fooled. It's
And
listening.
then,
You can't
Dear
outsmart
Lord,
it. It's
he wrote
listening
this
to
and
me.
left it.
It's watching.
Avery
It isn't
found it.
from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left.
That's
At
wild.
the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the
Huh.
crossroads, don't turn left. And the footage ends. Right there.
Damn.
Durlord was the person who wrote the book in Avery's world. How? It shouldn't even be possible that the tunnel led him back to that mine. Durlord found this world on his computer, and Avery
That's
found
wild.
Durlord's old laptop
It's all
in the
just one
storage
big
locker and has been
circle.
playing on it ever since. But what is this world? What was following Durlord in this footage? And most importantly,
That's crazy.
what was behind those gates? I didn't put that sensor bar there. That was in the original footage.
Huh.
Whatever is behind that black square was enough to drive probably the smartest protagonist I've ever seen into running for his life. Something that a whole village of people was trying to summon. Something that this entire world has
That's
been
wild.
hiding. A king? What does that even mean? I don't know what
Probably
to tell
some
you,
kinda
but I can tell
demon.
you one thing. The code at the end of the book,
That's
now with
crazy.
this footage, we can solve it. Each number corresponds to one slot in Durlord's inventory. One
That's
here and
wild.
36 here. Take the first letter of each item, or whatever number is indicated after the dash. From that, you can
Avery.
get this. Run Avery.
It's here. That's
It's
wild.
here. Durlord was giving one last warning, hoping that whatever was following him
How did
wouldn't
he know Avery was gonna pick up the book?
see. But how? How would he possibly know that Avery would find
Yellow
this
King?
world? There's no way for
I'm
him
not
to
sure
know
what
who
that
Avery
is.
even
I'll have
is.
to look it up.
Whatever he saw behind those
Also,
doors,
hello.
whatever he knows
How are you
about
doing,
this
Pecker?
world now, we may never understand. But one thing is certain.
This was a while.
Whatever was coming for him is coming
Yeah, I'm definitely
for
gonna have
Avery
to
next.
look up that
This
story.
isn't over.
I love stuff like that. That was a good video.